Happy Monday morning and welcome to Daylight Savings Time. So I want to continue the conversation from last week. And so last week I was talking about the spiral and the mini ebook I'm writing on change and the spiral, which I'm not sure how mini this ebook is going to be at this point. And I really spent some time coming back to the fog because that's where it all begins. And I just want to continue on that and just hit a few nuances and add a few words. And so I was talking about resilience and agility. And resilience really kind of being that, looking back and realizing where I've come and what I've accomplished and how I've gotten through things and that resiliency that it has given me. And agility really being ready for the future. And I want to expand a little bit more on resilience and add in a few words and the words of optimism and confidence. And I'm going to add in a little more in a minute, but I want to talk about optimism and confidence and resiliency kind of in a mashing of their own. And so resilience is kind of the result, right? So when we are in a fog, right? Confusion, change, conflict, grief, what have you. Optimism is that indication, and actually resilience isn't the end. Actually, okay, Carol's thoughts are going all on their own right now. Just ride it out. Welcome to my brain. So resilience and optimism and confidence are intertwined. It's like a chicken and egg, right? They all go together. And optimism is a result of resilience in the sense that when we've shown that we've gotten through things, it's much easier to look optimistic to the future. Optimism feeds into resiliency because we know that there is a better future ahead of us, right? That there is things to look forward to, that we are going to be successful in getting through things, right? That's optimism. Where confidence plays in is in the practice, right? As we become more resilient and we're more optimistic about getting through things, more challenges, more changes, more grief, more conflict, it grows our resiliency, because our optimism is proven true, right? And our confidence grows. And so those things are really a package deal. There's more to go there. I know there is. But this is just flying right out of my mouth right now from my head. This is great. But I want to also address this thing called positivity, because I've been spending a lot of time there. First of all, I'm an incredibly optimistic person, and I'm usually quite positive. And trying to understand why can't I always be positive, because I am always optimistic. I mean, as much as always can exist, right? Is really understanding the authenticity and the connectedness of positivity, right? So positivity exists when in the considering phase, right, as we're considering, remembering our resilience, remembering our optimism, living off of our confidence, knowing that we can get through this, right? The positivity comes when we connect specifically to the issue that we're dealing with. So this is that thing about positivity and gratitudes and stuff like that I think is real important here. They can't just be generic positivity and generic gratitude, right? And they can't be in comparison. They need to be authentic to your situation for them to work, my opinion. Challenge me on that, because I'm not 100% sure about myself on this one. I'm usually very confident, but this is all fresh coming out of my head, so I can really be wrong now. So let me give you an example. So when I gave the example of feeling lonely in January, and it was rather not debilitating, but it was really an issue for me. There is this, well, be positive, or the fact that I have no right to be, other people have things worse than me, right? And when we do that comparison of like, well, other people have had it worse or other people are in a worse situation, that's just shame. And shame never works to help you out, right? It just drives you further, right? Shame is a destructive behavior. And so couldn't compare. I need to deal with my own situation. It's like that idea of, I have had 5 hours of sleep and I'm really exhausted and tired. And you come tell me you had 4. I'm not less tired or less exhausted. Yes, I have empathy for you and that stinks, but that doesn't make my tiredness less, right? I don't automatically go, oh, well, you're more tired, so then I'm fine. It doesn't work like that, right? So it has to be authentic and it has to be connected. And so let me tell you what happened. So in that experiencing loneliness, part of that gratitude and positivity, authentic to my problem, right? Not general, authentic to my problem, was that, I have some really awesome friends and they were available to me and I could have just genuine gratitude. And it gave me that positive energy that I am able to put in place what is necessary for me to not experience loneliness, to experience connectedness, which is what I was seeking, right? That was available to me. And I could have genuine gratitude about that, not just generic gratitudes about, I like coffee or, genuine gratitude associated with my fog. Something in there that I can be grateful for, something in there I can feel positive about. That's what gave me access to my resilience, access to my confidence, and access to my optimism. I don't know if that made any sense at all, but I better stop there or I'm going to go for a half hour. I don't know that I have a challenge for you today other than to challenge me. If I'm off base, somebody tell me so. Somebody share with me where I'm off base, right? I'm not a psychologist. I don't know a lot of these things. This is coming from my own experience. So my challenge to you is to challenge me. And if I seem to be on track, I need to hear that too, or I'm just going to be confused. So have a wonderful week. Peace.